Today we're going to be discussing the internal rotation exercise primarily used by Zoloev. I think you've seen all of his training videos. The returning viewers kind of know where I'm going with this. Any new viewers, in this series I've basically been comparing myself to a lot of elite arm wrestlers on the world scene by comparing some of their go-to exercises. And so it'll give me and you, I guess, a better perspective on where strength is in a quantifiable format. So how strong is Zoloev in numbers? How strong is someone like myself in numbers? And basically this will give you a better idea of where you are and where you need to be. So we'll get started. Those first two sets were 25 pounds and 50 pounds. First sets, maybe I'll warm up with 5-10 reps. Quickly, I usually end up in the 3-rep range as I'm ramping to a max or to a hard working set. And as you see, as I get heavier, this exercise will probably change a little bit. And I've even seen variations of the exercise from Zoloev, whether it's angle height or how he starts it. I think on some lighter sets, or even medium to heavy sets, he will start weight, move it. Really heavy sets, I've seen him pull it to this position, back out a bit, and then do a full rep. Janis mentioned that Zoloev can do this exercise with anywhere from 70 to 80 kilograms, so 154 pounds to 176 pounds. That sounds kind of hard to believe, just because it's such a huge amount of weight. I think the last time I did this exercise, I may have done 115 pounds, and it was a very hard 115 pounds. But again, if he's modifying as he ramps up, such as bringing the weight to himself first, that might make more sense that he can achieve weights in that range.
Начинаем работу, то есть сгибать кисть. Начинаем сгибать, но здесь мы немного боком додавливаем, чтобы нам было привычно работать. Именно с интонацией работаем. Такой мелкий люфт, пампинг, как сказать, допускается.
Pounds and 95 pounds. As you can see, I've already switched to singles as I'm getting close to sort of my high end. Also, you can see that I keep switching this table back and forth on the pads and the handle. It's because this cable machine has 2 separate pulleys in front, and so if I take the left pulley, I can't really pull to the right side of the table and vice versa. Otherwise, I mean, it'll bind up, adds friction, etc., etc. It's not an ideal situation. Ideally, I have one single cable that could flex to each side, but it's a fairly cheap system for a home gym, so it works and it's worth the added hassle. Next set's 115. So I did the 115. That's tied for a personal record on this exercise. I have to be careful with my weight selection. If I make too big of a jump, especially after a personal record, it won't be attainable. I'll miss out, possibly injure myself. So I selected 125 because I don't really have any smaller plates to achieve a smaller jump or a smaller increment. So we'll see how that goes. Elbows are a little beat up from filming some of the other videos I've been doing. I mean, essentially, I'm maxing out all the time. So I'll take a short break here. Thanks to Artem Top Roll, he's kind of giving me some feedback on my site, and with respect to at least trying to do an introduction to the video to explain to new viewers what's going on. And there's another YouTuber that recommended that maybe I converse a little more in between the sets. And I'll probably tag his name on this. I don't remember the YouTuber's name at this moment. But in other news, I guess my plan for the year was to go to the WAF sanctioned Pan American Championships in Costa Rica, but that doesn't look like it's going to work out. That was in May. Because I am, I guess, officially URPA ranked due to participation in Zloty last year, it would seem that I'm pre-banned, so to speak. I believe they banned one individual in Hungary already because he participated in a URPA event, and I think he was also ranked as part of the URPA system. So it would kind of be risky, I think, to attend that event regardless of what any WAF official says, because at any point in time they can say you're banned, or they can send you a letter like they did to the Hungarians stating pick WAF or pick the URPA, PAL side of it. That individual chose URPA, PAL, so he's banned from all of his home countries, events, practices, etc., because all of their arm wrestling goes through a WAF government-sponsored system. So things are getting pretty interesting. And with that tournament off my schedule in May, I probably have to find some sort of alternative so that I can have some minimum amount of competition prior to Zloty in November.
That's not a corn syrup.
So 125 pounds, that's a PR, both arms. I think my left is done. at this point, and the pain started setting into my right arm, considering the cumulative fatigue, I guess, from some of the other workouts. So I'll need a break, but I guess I'll try 135 next on the right arm, keeping in mind that Zoloev, according to Janis Amolins, is in the 154 to 176 range, and so far I haven't done any real modifier, so to speak. I haven't pulled the weight in, although I guess maybe I should on this next set instead of trying to completely blow my load to pull this weight off the rack. So I'll take a short break and we'll get back at it. So I went off screen for a second. I did some light band work. I tried to get a little more blood in my arm, and then I did a couple explosive movements to sort of prime myself for that last set. Yeah, that one kind of hurt. So again, that was 135. Pull the weight in, come out maybe halfway, pull it back in. I'll have to review the video to see if it was a half decent rep, but this is sort of what I've seen Zoloev do on heavier sets. However, I don't have a clean video that shows that technique and the weight he was doing. All I have is what Janis Amolins said with respect to him being able to do weight somewhere around 154 pounds to 176 pounds. I then considered going up in weight, but I decided to actually see what my left arm would do with the modifier, and my left arm's gassed, and that makes sense. My left probably should be 10% weaker than my right, and considering, I guess, some injuries and some nerve issues, my left's usually behind anyway. So a PR both arms, personal record both arms on the full range of motion. Right, 125 pounds. And again, I think I did 115 before. So what's that, a 6 or 7% increase in strength? And I think that video was done maybe a month ago or so. So that's not too bad, especially considering that these aren't perfect max sets in the sense that I'm not rested for this. These are considered really good training maximums in the context of a lot of damage from filming these videos. So I think that's all that really needs to be said on the subject for now. I'll try to get this posted and even a clip of some variations of how Zoloev does these exercises. So until next time, guys, later.